In this video, we are going to be talking about making a felt finger puppet as the In the Hoop project with the Brother PE 770. If this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Mary with Sewing for Madison. My passion is crafting and helping others learn how easy and fun it can be. So let's get started. I'm going to be teaching you how to complete two In the Hoop projects of the same design using the forward and backwards buttons on the machine. Let's go over our supplies. You'll need two 4x4 hoops. I've hooped these with medium cutaway stabilizer, and you can get that from Amazon. I'll put that link in the description. I also have a pair of straight scissors, a pair of curved scissors. This particular project does have a little bit of applique in it. If you're not familiar with applique, I will walk you through that. Also my thread and my felt. So let's get started. Here is my first color. I've already preloaded my design into my machine, and I'm ready to stitch the first outline. Okay, so your machine will automatically go to step number 2, but I need to repeat step number 1, so here's how you do it. You want to hit the button that says adjust, and then in the middle there you will see a little needle with a plus and minus sign. You want to hit that, and it brings up this screen. The top has a thread and a minus sign, then a thread and a positive sign, and then a needle negative and a needle positive. So what these settings mean is if I hit the thread negative, that's going to go back in the whole entire step. So that's what we want to do. We want to go to step number 1. If I wanted to skip step number 2 and go to step number 3, that's where you would hit the thread positive button. If you need to back up a couple stitches and not a whole step, you would use the ones with the needles, either backwards or forwards. So I'm going to remove the first hoop, pop my second hoop in with my piece of felt on top. I'm going to use the thread negative. Now it's back on step number 1, and I'm going to restitch. Okay, now we're on to step 2, which is the body details. So I'm going to use an orange color, which is slightly darker than the gold color felt, because I want those details to pop. Now I'm going to back up a step, back to step number 2, and stitch the orange on this one. So while I'm changing the thread here, some of you may be wondering, why in the world would you want to make two designs simultaneous like this? Well, some of you may have your own shops or craft shows that you do, and you need to make more than one item. Maybe you have 2 grandkids or 2 kids that you want to give these to. It's an easy way to do it simultaneous, and it cuts down on your overall crafting time when you can do 2 back to back just like this. Okay, so our next color is going to be white, which is the outline of the hair placement for the applique. Okay, I'm going to back it up. Alright, so here I am just finishing cutting off the hair, which is part of the applique process. When you're dealing with a small in the hoop project, this can be a little tedious, so just take your time, be patient, make sure that you're clipping your fabric as close to the stitch lines without actually cutting into the stitches. One of the things I like to do when I'm doing this project is put the next color that I have in the pattern kind of on top of the other hoop. That way I know it's the next in line. So I'm trimming the strings on the back side of my design because this is a finger puppet. And a little kid's going to be sticking their finger up inside here, and I don't want it to get caught on the strings. You don't have to do a perfect job, just a little trim is fine. You're going to put your back piece of felt on there and then tape it down. The one important thing to remember when you're doing in the hoop projects that can be seen from both sides is you want to make sure that you change out your bobbin thread to the same color as your top thread. Okay, now here your machine is going to tell you that the design is finished, but you still have one last stitch to do. So you're just going to hit OK here. It starts back at number 1. So just hit that thread minus. It'll go back to the last step, which is step 14, and that will finish your second design. Great, our pair of unicorn finger puppets is now completed. The last step would just be to remove them from the hoops, trim around the felt, and you're good to go. Okay, so we've completed our project now. As you can see, it cut down on a little bit of time for duplicating the project. This is going to help you out when you have to make multiple of the same project, but you can only use one hoop at a time. I'm going to show you one trick. What Madison likes to do with her finger puppets is take my empty thread spools. Instead of her little finger, she puts the thread spool up in there and then makes these little finger statues. She loves to do this, so everybody's always asking, what do we do with these empty thread spools? Now we have a purpose. Send them along with your finger puppets, keep them for your own kids, your own grandkids. They're a great little tip. I hope you liked our video today and you learned something new, maybe about a felt finger puppet project, the Brother PE 770, or any of the techniques that we used here today. So if you liked our video, make sure you smash that like button, consider subscribing, and stay tuned to next time when we do another tutorial.